Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. How the devil are you? Marvel's Spider-Man on PS4 releases September the 7th worldwide. In fact, it's only 66,240 minutes from the moment I'm saying this. Not that I'm counting the time, of course. Thanks to reveals from Sony, from Game Informer and the events at Comic-Con 2018, we now know 7 suits that are confirmed to be in the game. Which alternate costumes are you hoping for? Please let me know in the comments and upvote your favourites. For me, I want the Cosmic Spider-Man, aka Captain Universe, or maybe Cyborg Spiderman. Before I get sidetracked yet again, let's have a look at all the confirmed suits complete with their special powers and origins in the Spideyverse. The first thing I want you to be aware of are the pre-order bonuses that have confused a few people. In Marvel's Spider-Man, these are the insanely techy Iron Spider suit, the SpiderPunk costume complete with the guitar, and the all-new Velocity suit. Don't feel that you need to pre-order to pick these up. They are completely available to all players, but must be unlocked in-game. For most gamers, unlocking the suits will be a great deal of fun and dedication, but if you don't have the time, and you don't want the rigmarole of unlocking 3 suits, then the pre-order bonus has these unlocked right away. It's essentially early access. Anyway, let's break them down. I'm starting with the SpiderPunk suit, inspired by the punk rock movement in the 1970s, which stood against authority and gave young people at the time a way to express themselves. Offensive t-shirts, leather, jean jackets, studs and spikes everywhere. In-game, the SpiderPunk suit will come with a guitar which has an area of effect attack. When Spidey pumps out a guitar riff, the enemies around him will be stunned by the noise, allowing Spider-Man to get the upper hand in the fight. In the comic books, Punk Rock Spidey is a relatively new version of the Web Slinger, first appearing in Earth 138. Under the mask is not Peter Parker, it's Hobart Brown, who was once the Prowler in The Amazing Spider-Man. But this is an alternate dimension. Hobie takes on Norman Osborn, who became president, and his army of cops with their venom-powered armour. Hobie used punk rock music to find like-minded people, and by connecting all their guitar amps together, they were able to create a sonic wave which weakened the officers and allowed Spidey to get close enough to the president to use his guitar in another way. I think this will be the suit I mostly use in Marvel's Spider-Man. Roll on September the 7th. Next up is the Iron Spider suit, which is inspired by Marvel's Avengers Infinity War, in which Tony Stark designs and builds a suit for Peter to use in the impending battle against Thanos. What is truly jaw-dropping here is the amount of communication between Sony, Insomniac, Marvel Games and Marvel Studios to make this suit possible. Collaboration on this level is rarely seen, so be sure to enjoy the Iron Spider suit. In the Avengers film, we haven't seen many of the abilities the suit has to offer, probably because there are so many superheroes and villains to share the screen with Peter Parker, but we can go back to the comic books to see the powers it possesses. In issue 529 of The Amazing Spider-Man, Tony Stark finishes building this new skin for Spider-Man, who has aligned himself with Stark during the Civil War storyline. The first thing you'll notice is the red and gold, but that's only the beginning. The Iron Spider has webbing attached to allow Peter to glide through the air. The suit is bullet resistant, like you'd expect, and there's even an inbuilt police scanner. Realistically, all of those abilities could find their way into Spider-Man on PS4. If that's not enough, the suit also has protection against toxins, kinda like a hazmat suit. And best of all, extra spider legs. Realistically, it would be a heck of a lot of work for Insomniac to add legs to general free roaming in the game, but I believe those extra legs will be there as part of an attack, or maybe a fall animation allowing Peter to land safely. It really would be a shame not to see those extra limbs, but don't hold your breath on that one. Next up is the Velocity suit, revealed at Comic-Con 2018. This costume is completely new and designed for the game by acclaimed comic book and film costume designer A.D. Granoff. His work is simply sublime. As the name implies, the Velocity suit will enable us to move around the city with more speed. The suit looks damn good with metallic paneling, and the best bit is seen when the lights are low. Glowing Spider-Man insignias. Oh, and his eyes too. So damn cool. So those were the pre-order instant unlocks, but that's only the beginning. Let's quickly talk about the classic suit. This is the suit we'll be starting the game with, and as you'd expect, it's a nod to the OG Spider-Man suit from the amazing adult fantasy comic book first seen in issue 7 back in 1961. By issue 15, Spider-Man was on the front cover. The ability this suit offers is a damage boost after hitting a combo. To signify this, Spidey's hands will glow. It has been said that a 4 times damage multiplier can be built up in combat. As it's supposedly Spider-Man's first fully formed suit, it won't have tech advantages like the Iron Spider or themed attacks like the SpiderPunk suit. It's here to be minimalist, clean, functional, and a nod to his humble beginnings. We won't be in that suit for long though, as the advanced suit will quickly become our base model. A lot of people refer to it as the white spider suit, so I'll use both names. The advanced suit is the main costume we've seen in almost all coverage around Spider-Man PS4's reveal, and it's a completely original design by Insomniac, the game's developers. They broke down the suit in an interview over on Game Informer, but the main talking point to take from the suit are the materials used to create it. The typical boots Spidey once wore have been replaced with running shoes. Different materials are used to allow for additional mobility, whereas the red parts seem to offer more support and padding. This shows how Peter's design skills have developed over the years. This leads on perfectly to another suit we've only seen for a split second on Peter's phone. Did you catch it? Yeah, the homemade suit. In Spider-Man Homecoming, we went back in the history books to relive the homemade suit. It's one of the most iconic costumes, aside from the classic or the black suit versions of Spidey. Everything is super cheap and customized from store clothing, but check out those eyes. Top tier costume design. As a bonus to the homemade suit, did you notice the poster behind Peter? It's a wrestling advertisement from shortly after Peter discovered his abilities. Soon after that, he saw a sign offering $100 to any person that could stay in the ring with Crusher Hogan. When he showed up in this terrible outfit, most people laughed, but as the masked Marvel, he won the cash. The character model in the PS4 version looks very different, but it looks complete, so I fully expect to see the luchador-inspired outfit in Spider-Man on PS4. And finally, the Spider-Man Noir Suit has been confirmed via Game Informer's coverage, but without any details, therefore the ability is still unknown. We can take a guess at it by looking back at Noir Suit's history. Written back in 2009 but set in the 1930s, an alternative Spider-Verse introduced this design, which swapped Peter's wall climbing ability with guns. Yeah, Spider-Man carries guns in this universe. The story is set during the Great Depression era, where Peter Parker stumbles across this godlike spider, which gives him his new spider abilities. In this universe, Spider-Man is once again tracking down Norman Osborn, who killed his Uncle Ben in this world. It's uncertain what ability this costume could have in the PS4 version of Spider-Man, but we could surmise that a stealth ability to remain unseen could tie into the all-black attire, or maybe we'll see those gun marksmanship skills Peter has gained in this alternative universe. Time will tell, I suppose. So there we have it, 7 confirmed alternative suits for Spidey to wear in Marvel's Spider-Man on the PS4. What other alternative costumes are you hoping for? Spider-Man 2099? The new Enforcer suit is pretty cool. Maybe the Spider-Man Unlimited version. The list is endless. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. Thanks for watching. I'll be back very soon with more Marvel Spider-Man information. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you next time.